Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Greetings to you. Manusar's here, Shoshana is here, and we are ready for your questions if you have them. We just want to just say briefly here, though, of the energies that have been coming in, and many of you are going to begin to feel those energies stronger and stronger. It may even create a breakthrough, you might say, of various things that can begin to invade your body. And that is purposeful. So let that be. Do not be concerned about it. The energies are strong, and they're going to become even stronger and stronger. But know that your bodies are being prepared in various ways. And one of those ways is to bring this various viruses into you and then let it move through you. And then you become stronger as a result of it. We know that it is happening with several here in your group. So we are just saying to weather it through, for it will pass, and then, as we say here, you will be stronger as a result of it. Your immune system is becoming stronger as a result. Okay? We are ready for your questions.
Hello, Herr Sellers, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, dear Thomas, yes.
I was wondering about the telos at Mount Shasta. Is it possible for myself or anybody of our group to go into Telos and visit it and just see what it's like?
Dear brother, everything is certainly possible, but is it probable at this point? Likely not, because the vibrations must match. And if you were to go there with vibration of doubt, which often you have here, dear brother, then you would not be able to enter that area because your vibration would not match those that are there. Whenever one is invited into Telos, which has happened several times here in the not too distant past here, their vibrations in that moment matched, and they were able to do that. Also, there must be a connection for one who wishes to enter and to be able to go into that realm. You must have that connection already, and not all have that connection. So there are various things in play here that must be overcome. But the best thing is to just let go and not even be concerned about it. If it is meant for you, you will receive the calling. And then when we speak to you, we're talking to all of you now. If it is meant for you, you will receive the calling to be able to go there. But it is likely that that may not occur until after the changeover here, or at least until many things become, what you might say, quieted down here for you, where the truth has come forward much, much more. Okay, Shoshana, do you have any?
There is no more to add here.
Very good. We hope this was sufficient for you. We did not want to dissuade you in any way, but you asked the question, so we give answer here. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Would there be other questions here? Incidentally, we had one more thing here, the James, and another, and others have gone there at times expecting to be able to enter. This one especially we speak through. Believed that he was going to find the entrance and move into it. This did not happen quite the way he wanted. But there was still some revelations that came from this in that journey. So that is important. Remember, it is not the destination, it is the journey along the way. Would there be other questions here now? Anything further?
Okay, I just will ask a question.
Yes.
Oh, hi.
we were having a discussion, one of our members mentioned in the discussion today that supposedly there may be a big global lockdown. And I know things are always changing, but can you shed some light on any of that coming up, just to take us closer to our freedom? Is that likely in the works?
What we can say to you about this is everything is in the works. Everything is in process. We cannot give you specifics as to when, how, or anything of this nature, but we can tell you that the plan is working here. It is all in process. And you just simply do need to just trust the process here and trust the plan. Because as you have heard many times, the light has already won. So now it just needs to fill in the pieces along the way here. Okay? Shoshana, do you have...
We will share our perspective on this, dear sister. May we share?
Yes, please.
Dear sister, there is a great plan in place to create a great awakening. What one must know is that if this is a requirement to move forward in the Great Awakening process, then this will occur. This, what you call a lockdown, will occur. If it is necessary, you see. The plan is fluid. It is moving with man's consciousness, which is also fluid. So we will have to stand by, and as one who serves has aptly given, trust the plan, and understand that whatever occurs, you must get underneath the truth, you see, because the illusion is great. So you must continue seeking the truth. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Would there be other questions here?
Can I ask one more?
Yes.
I was just wondering about the solar flash. If actually this might have already been asked, but if everyone will be able to see it and or feel it, sort of depending upon how high that person's frequency is.
What will likely occur at that point is you will have an inner knowing that something is about to occur, something grand, something spectacular, before it actually happens. But as it happens, many of you, most of you, will be able to perceive it with your eyes, with your senses. You'll be able to perceive it as it is occurring. But we would caution you now not to look toward that as the end-all and the be-all, that you cannot live until you have that, or you cannot be in the fifth dimension until you have that. That is not the way to go about this. For you can be in the fifth dimension any moment of your life as you want to, as you can let go enough to be there. And many of you have at one point or another been in that realm, and then for whatever reason fell back again. And that is okay, because that is the process. So just let go and let everything happen as it will. And when the great solar flash happens, when it does occur, you will be ready for it, because we have been preparing you for this. And you have been preparing yourselves as well. Okay? So, Shana.
We will share our perspective, dear brother. May we share?
Of course.
Dear brother, the one who serves has given a perfect and sufficient answer. But there is a human element to all that happens here. And there is a program running in the third realm that makes many think that they are somehow defective. That if they did not experience this, or they did not experience that, or they did not see this, or they did not see that, there must be something wrong with them. And that is the furthest from the truth, you see, because each human has a plan, has a soul plan to complete their lifetime and their particular mission. So you see, even though vibration is necessary to move forward in consciousness, often your vibration is high and you miss something because you are not meant to see it, you see. So you must, or hear it, or feel it. So you must understand and trust your own plan. Namaste.
Good. Are there any further questions here before we release now?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, could you elaborate a little more on what you said about earlier about several members of the group being sick, because I am one of those people right now. And I'd like to understand, it feels to me like some sort of energetic upgrade / purge. It hit me awfully hard. I mean, I'm leveled. I haven't been able to get out of bed in 4 days. So I would just like to understand a little more about that process.
Well, as we say here, you are being prepared here, being given the energy to make it through this process that you are having. And we know it is difficult for the James and the Joanna, both had this, as well as others of you that have experienced this, and maybe others that still yet will experience this. But it is all to make you stronger. It is all to prepare your body to be able to withstand the various other types of, we will just say, those things that are thrown at it at various points. For your immune system will get stronger as a result of that. So, and the energies that are coming in are also preparing you, and because of these energies sometimes coming in, it is even more difficult to move through this phase that you are going through right now. But we can tell you again that it is all purposeful. So allow the process, you will move through it, and you will be more able to withstand anything else that comes your way here because of it. Okay? So,
okay, thank you.
We would like to share here, dear brother. May we give a perspective here?
Of course.
Dear brother, illness often brings clarity, and that is something we must focus on, because as the body heals, the mind and the soul and the spirit and the higher bodies that you are come to some conclusions about it, come to some understanding about your path, your life, your movement in consciousness. This happens through illness. You will find that many that have become ill and are introspective in that illness will find a higher reason for it, will find clarity in something they did not have clarity on in the past, you see. So on a physical level, you are in need of upgrading your immune system at this time, as many are in need of upgrading their immune system to move through their various environments freely without concern for another attack, you see. So that is correct. However, on the mental plane, on the etheric plane, one must have an experience that is perhaps not so fun to create the clarity needed for them to move in consciousness. Does this make sense, dear brother?
Yes, it absolutely makes sense.
Namaste, my dear brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very good. Are there any other questions here?
This is Gina.
Yes.
Hi. I just went through that experience myself over the last weekend and through this week. But anyway, the first part of it, when I came out of it, and this has happened to me before, in very deep illness, all of a sudden, where I'm bedridden for days. When I come out of it, I come out with so much compassion, so much gratitude that I came out of it, first of all. But because of all the pain and suffering that I had endured, I came out with compassion for every single person on this planet that was in any kind of pain or is in any kind of pain or suffering. So I was able to connect with that oneness that all of us, feel this at one point or another, and it's very, very enduring to the body and to the person, especially a child. So the compassion was just so overwhelming and so heartwarming, and I just cried and cried the whole next day, as I came out of it, in gratitude and feeling this and knowing this and realizing this. And yeah, that was a self-realization, that I came out of. And one more thing that occurred, about 2 days ago, I was heading to my room, and went and sat on the bed. And as soon as I sat on my bed, I started receiving this huge download on my left side ear. And the ringing was so massive. It was the loudest and not hurtful in any way, but the most loudest ringing I ever heard. And it went on for quite some time. And I just sat and breathed into it, knowing it was a download coming in. And I laid down, and I was out for like 2 hours. So I believe that, we were receiving downloads as well while we were going through this. So just very grateful, very grateful. Thank you.
Very good. So
thank you for sharing.
You are making comments here.
We wish to share, dear sister, on your comments. May we share?
Yes, please.
Dear sister, in your statements, you have given others clarity and understanding. You see, the way that this third realm works is that to receive pain is to receive clarity often. To receive adversity is to move in consciousness and to find compassion for others. That is the clarity of which we speak, you see, and that you are speaking as well. Illness brings consciousness at a higher level, if that is the movement that is required in your soul. So we must congratulate you, dear sister, that you moved into greater consciousness. Instead of focusing on the negative, you created a higher understanding for all. And we appreciate that, as that went into the quantum field for others to understand as well. Namaste.
Very good. And are there any further questions here? And we are ready to release channel. Shoshana, do you have anything parting here?
We do not, except for one thing. All those that have had challenges physically, and you will move through them, be ready to take care of your physical body as well as you can, as your physical vehicle is the way to higher consciousness. Namaste.
Very good. And we would just simply say to, as you have heard many, many times, continue to trust the plan, both the plan that is exterior to you, that is ongoing, as well as the plan that is within yourself here, your own personal, individual plan. Trust it all. Shanti, peace be with you.
Be the one.